From the bathing bells of the 1930s, wartime concerts on the pier, music events of every kind, and high-tech spectaculars of the present day, concerts, carnivals, parades and festivals have been a much-loved feature of seaside towns like Cleethorpes.
We had a super tourism department in Cleethorpes, and they did so many things all the time, and literally they were doing throughout the summer 4 and 5 events a day they were doing. Some of the events, from the bonfires to the dance festivals to the sea sculptures they did on the beach. There was the Buster competition, there was the Miss Victoria Rose, there was Search for a Star. 1976 they started the first carnival, and as strange as they may have it, my children then, and my son, who eventually went on to organise it, were in that first carnival parade. He was Darth Vader and my daughter was Little Bo Peep. So, you know, the tourism, Cleethorpes put it together, and after that it just went every year. So it ran from 1976 to 2016. 2007, me and the small committee of another 4 people took it over to do. In its heyday, we had about nearly 130 floats. It used to take literally 2 hours to pass you if you were standing there watching. That's how long it took to pass you. It started at Sydney Park in the annex, and we used to come down Ward Street and turn onto the main road. They got involved as well, because they used to have barbecues in the front. There'd be ghetto blasters going out as we went past. You know, it was a fun day for everybody. And I mean, as we came up Isaacs Hill, as you got to the top, there's an old people's home there, and they'd all be out in the wheelchairs and chairs out in the front with hats and waving at us. You know, so it sort of was infectious. Then we turned down Sea Road, went past the pier, all the way up to Brighton Slipway, and then back onto Kingsway, down Kingsway to the Leisure Centre, down Kings Road to the event arena, to Meridian Park. Went all that way. I think, you know, the first year I took over doing it, I was in and out the car, because I was in the lead car, and in and out, and backwards and forwards. I think I must have done about 20 miles. 2012, I simply couldn't find any funding. I ran it for 4 years, 5 years with struggling, you know, on a shoestring virtually. And then 2012, I said, I'm sorry, this is going to have to be our last year. And 3 weeks after that decision was made, Young's Seafood came on board and said, we'd like to get involved with you. And they funded us for the next 4 years. Well, the sky was the limit, you know. We were sort of tying bits of string together to make things work. We did everything, literally, from putting every bit of signage up from 5 o'clock in the morning to taking it down at 5 o'clock the next morning, mending the tins. We did everything. Young, no, you don't do that. They put a huge amount into it because they saw us giving back to the community, and they've got a huge workforce in Grimsby and Cleethorpes, so they really wanted to give back. We put it out as everybody come along, get involved, no matter, you know, how daft you want to be, how silly, just come along. It didn't cost anything to enter, just come and enjoy the day. And we had some fantastic floats. We really, people had come up with some wonderful ideas. You think, where on earth we got that from? I mean, one Gandhi Circus, when they came here, they always used to go into it, you know, and all the animals used to be there going along, and a lady used to come in, a long time ago, and the little doggy used to ride along on a little, she had a real dog, and he always used to ride along on this little, it'd be like a skateboard, but it was something she had on wheels. It used to go along with that, you know, and the children just absolutely loved it, especially if it was going to be on one of the floats. And we had the caterpillar. He was massive, absolutely massive. It took 12 people to walk him along. And it was so colourful and so bright, you know, and so noisy, and all the kids did whistles.
The kids' faces, they just loved doing it. The children loved doing it.
We were involved in the beginning when we got started with the club.
Yeah, that's about 34 years ago. We once had 5 floats as one entry. Yeah, one with children on, one with American line dancing, one with ballroom dancing.
I mean, we got everybody dressed up as minions one year, and it was tremendous. I mean, to see, you know, a couple of hundred people dressed up as minions is a very odd sight.
A lot of people work so hard, you know, doing the floats and finding money and finding things to do things with. You know, everybody helped each other. They were very good at helping each other out and supporting each other very well. The local fancy dress shop, because it was a carnival parade and a lot was charity, she always let the costumes out at half price for everybody if they wanted it.
People used to come in and book the costumes, and we gave them discount half price. And then in the latter years, we went in it ourselves. I drove a flowery car, and then we had lots of volunteers behind us walking along in mascots and all sorts, waving to everybody.
And towards the last 2 or 3 years, we had even a lorry company, a haulage company from Cleethorpes, and he came and he said, it's such a good event and you support the community so much. He said, I will give you my 13 lorries for the day, all scaffolded up, all insured, all with drivers. So anybody who needs a lorry, just tell them to get in touch with me and we'll supply everything for them. But that's how they are in North East Lincolnshire. If you're doing something, they'll come out and shout for you. It got to the stage though where it was literally taking me 9 months of every year to get it on the road. It grew, and of course your paperwork grows with it, you know, your risk assessments, etc. And everything was mapped out. But I am an old lady now, and I was getting to an age where I couldn't stand the stress of it anymore, and it was taking its toll on me and my family and my husband. So we just lost it. Well, it was important to the whole area, but it really was a good event for the community. It got a lot of small volunteer groups noticed because they'd have the T-shirts on saying what they represented. We collected money for charity.
It brought everybody out. It was a free event where all the families could come and watch it.
Those people who were on the floats or danced behind the floats
absolutely
loved doing
that's
it,
what,
you know, on the day. And the public, you know, giving their support and shouting encouragement and bringing oxygen to us and chocolate to keep us going, alcohol.
It showcased Cleethorpes because he brought people in from all over. I mean, Thorpe Park used to be full, the Beachcomber used to be full. They all used to be packed out for Carnival Day, and it helped local businesses. When you were going by and you saw the faces, it was like a sea change. In the very first year that I did it, as I came around from the High Street onto Alexander Road, I just walked around the corner and this big cheer went up, and it was just a sea of people. We used to get over 40,000 people to come and watch it. I just could not believe the amount of people that were standing there in front of me. I just couldn't take it in. I just was flabbergasted. But when you saw the faces, and you saw the faces of the children, you know, they were so excited. And the amount of people afterwards that say, thank you. And that's all you need is that one little word. And then you think, oh, I am up for another year now.